Well, just to lighten things up, here's another clip today, the clip that went viral today. It's from a conversation between Twitter proprietor Elon Musk and BBC journalist James Clayton, who has just said, before this clip starts, Twitter has more hateful content since Musk bought it. Then Musk responds like this.
If something is slightly sexist, it should be banned.
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you
don't.
Can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
But you said
actually, a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
Dan, what amuses me about this is that BBC journalist has obviously just come straight from the office, where all they do is sit around and look at Twitter and encounter opinions that they don't encounter inside the BBC, and then he ducks off to a chat with Elon Musk and said, "What's all this hate about?" What do you think? Do you think the BBC lives in a bubble, a bit like the ABC?
Oh, they absolutely live in a bubble. Look, I love this clip, and I love what Elon is doing by taking this guy to task. Clearly, he's just got a preconceived notion of hate speech, and anyone he doesn't like, if someone says something that he doesn't agree with, I assume he just thinks it's hate speech. That's his definition of hate speech. So, no, good on Elon for calling this out. It happens all the time. Just like Peter Dutton today calling out the ABC. Good on him. You got to do it, because otherwise they get away with what they're doing and what they're saying. And closer to home, it reminds me, you've probably read about the e-safety commissioner recently. There was a story and James Morrow wrote this up in the Daily Telegraph. It was syndicated across a number of other Herald Sun and other newspapers about the e-safety commissioner here basically saying that she wants to police hate speech online in relation to the voice to Parliament. And we asked her, well, what do you mean by hate speech? You've got to define this. And it can't just be this subjective term that's used as a catch-all for censorship, which is exactly what the left want to do. If they define hate speech, then they get to control the narrative. And I've got to say that Twitter is a fun place again now because of Elon. I use Twitter a bit more. I think Elon has made it engaging, and I hope he succeeds in continuing to rebuild that platform.